Good morning, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is March 16, 2024. Here is another weekly wrap, weekly edition for our analysis. Sorry about my voice. I'm kind of like a horse today. Apologies for this one. All right, let's start with S&P 500 weekly chart. Here is the second doji bar on a weekly basis. And as you see here, we just got a doji bar at the very, I should say, top information here. I'm just expecting market is coming down, and we are kind of like a due for correction. So any rally, I should say, is going to be limited, and we should see some kind of like a volatile kind of like a choppy price action. The ideal scenario is going to be S&P can go all the way down to 46 to 4,700, which is going to be a fantastic pullback buying opportunity. Some scale like this. So don't be surprised if you see we are getting into kind of like a choppy, kind of like a pullback consolidation, or even something like this, going all the way down to 47, 46,000 to this breakout demand area, which is going to be important as well. So we can expect that one. We are absolutely overdue for a correction, and market just give us a strength to the upside. But there is one indicator that I'm just following here is IMI. Whenever it gets to the top, it doesn't mean that we are top. Even the next rally is going to be the top information. And when we see a divergence in IMI, it's very strong warning for me. So we got a divergence after this rally. So when IMI topped, exactly the same scenario here, it goes down. Then we have the next phase of the rally. Then we get into multi-weeks correction. Right now, it's the same thing. IMI just topped up here. So we got a divergence happening, and we are seeing the prices going higher to a very dangerous period, I should say. And IMI is just heading down. So whenever IMI gets to the oversold condition, we're kind of like expecting for kind of like a buying opportunity right now. IMI is heading down, and I believe it's going to drag the price to the downside as well. So if you see some kind of like a volatile, as I said, a price action to the downside, don't be surprised. Here is the daily chart. A daily chart just to confirm that we are kind of like in a sell signal. So this is first time after January, we got 3 consecutive bear bars. So still we are not below SMA 20, but as soon as we get below SMA 20, I should say acceleration to the downside is coming to 40, 48 to 49. That's going to be the first level. We should see a bounce, and then next phase of the sell-off is coming to 46 to 47, which is going to be this important breakout zone demand area. So everyone needs to keep an eye on this. Market is not going to go straight up. It's not going to go straight down. It's going to be in a wave shape. It's going to be in a kind of like a choppy or correction rally, correction pullback. So we are indeed for a correction rally and correction pullback. So any pullback below SMA 20, which is going to be a 5,000 area, 5,080, that would be kind of like a sell signal for me. And I'm just waiting for that one soon. Moving on to Nasdaq, let me go to weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart for Nasdaq. So Nasdaq already gave us a kind of like a clear price action. So this is first time when we see after again January. So in January even we got just 1 week downside. This week is the second consecutive week to the downside for Nasdaq. Nasdaq cannot go above the higher high 2 weeks ago, and it's just roll over to the downside. I should say 1600 is 16,800 is going to be a possible scenario for Nasdaq, and even if it can go lower to 16,100 or 16,200, that's going to be the level that I'm looking at for Nasdaq as like a pullback or corrective pullback to the downside. So Nasdaq had a better shape compared to S&P 500. The last corrective move, I believe this time is going to be the same. So it can go all the way down to this area. So look at this area. So this area is very important. We have demand area prior previous all-time high. And right now we are just seeing this one is coming down to test this demand area. So we're gonna see and we're gonna watch this carefully. Potentially 1,000 drawdown is coming to the market, 1,000 units for the Nasdaq. Moving on to the daily chart. So here's the daily chart. We got below SMA 20 on Friday's session, and we had this before in Nasdaq, so it's not going to be surprising for us. For me, the important area is going to be here, 17,400. So if we get below 17,400, there are some odds that it gives me a confirmation that we are in a severe correction. One is we are just getting below the previous low, which is very, very important. Since the entire rally, we didn't get below the previous low. We always getting into higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But if we get below this level, I should say 17,350, so that would be kind of like a confirmation that we are in a severe correction or correction pullback is coming within this rally. The next phase is going to be a back test to this broken level and then going all the way down to 15,000 to 16,000 area. So keep an eye on this and this level, 17,350. That's going to be important level for NASDAQ in daily chart. Moving on to Dow Jones, which was kind of like a negative as well. So Dow gave us a 2 consecutive days in a row to the downside, starting with weekly chart. So weekly chart gives us a consolidation, but this consolidation is not in a healthy way. So look at this consolidation breakout to the upside. This is very, very typical demand area. This looks like to me a supply area or kind of like a distribution from the big traders or kind of like a super investors. So this can be a warning sign if we get again below 38,000. So if we go below 38,000, which is going to be 700 below current level, if it goes below this, we should see some kind of like a pull back to 37,400. Then we should see some kind of like this and then coming back down all the way to 35,000, which is going to be important level. There is going to be a support here as well in this white range bar, which is going to be a previous all-time high. So we should just keep an eye on those levels. But I should say everyone needs to keep an eye on this because when Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq giving us the sell signal at the same time, this means a correction is coming to the stock market. It's just a matter of time. Moving on to daily chart. So daily chart, as I said, we are just kind of like losing our momentum. Bearish momentum is here. RSI is down. Stochastic is down. So we're just seeing some kind of like a small. Here is a lower high. And this is kind of like a warning signal. So as I said, if we get below SMA 50, we can go all the way down here to 36,800. So that's going to be the level that I'm watching for Dow Jones. Moving on to gold, which gave us a great signal last 2 weeks. Last week was kind of like a corrective move. If you just follow my gold analysis last week, I just told you we are expecting for a correction. Still, correction is there. So I'm not satisfied with this corrective move. But if we get to 2120 area, that would be a fantastic, I should say, buying opportunity. So waiting for that one, this correction, this week correction or next even could be shallow. It's just a matter of time digesting or consolidation prior to the next breakout. Everything looks good for me. Gold chart is just confirming the breakout. Even silver is participant in this rally now. So silver is waking up, which is a good news for precious metals overall. Moving on to daily chart. So daily chart, as you see here, we are kind of like had a nice surge last month and last 2 weeks, I should say, we are kind of like getting into the top information. And if we get below this, I should say it can go all the way down to even 2095, 2100. That's going to be a possible scenario. And looking for kind of like a bull reversal here in oversold condition. So if it goes to oversold condition, bull reversal, we are satisfying our price target here to the downside. I should say the next rally is coming for gold. And that's going to be the scenario that I'm just following up. If you just look at the chart of silver, let me pull out the silver as well. And all metals. So this is copper, for example. So copper weekly chart, we had a fantastic surge to the upside last week, and I believe that metals are getting into shiny days again. So if we get confirmation for the next rally, we can go all the way up to 432 to 450. That would be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking for copper. If you go to silver, so here's the silver chart. Let me pull out the silver chart here. So this is a silver chart. A silver, let me just zoom back here. I don't know what's going on with my chart. All right, so silver just on the contrary, when gold was in consolidation or corrective move, silver had a fantastic breakout to the upside. So this is the weekly chart. And as you see here, I was waiting for this to break out to the upside. This is a great pattern, to be honest. So we had this kind of like a pattern here. We're shifting to a massive bull flag here. Right now, this bull flag triggered to the upside once it fails, but this time I should say it's not going to be the same pattern. So we can see this rally continues all the way to $28. And that would be kind of like interesting. So that's going to be a first target. Any pullback to this broken level, I should say it's going to be a next buying opportunity for silver above 30 for 2024. So don't be surprised if you see silver is getting to this rally all the way to 32 or above $30 per ounce in 2024. And that's going to be interesting to see from silver because silver recently gives us a good buying opportunity. This is a daily chart for silver. We had nice breakouts, so it's kind of like a confirming that along with copper, along with gold, that silver is in a good shape for a next rally. So this could be interesting to see if we see a follow through. We got into this pivotal point, but any pullback to this area could be a great buying opportunity again to $28. So that's a silver analysis as well. Moving on to crude, which was kind of like a volatile again last 2 weeks. So crude was in consolidation phase last 3 days. It goes higher, but on Friday we just got a doji bar. Potentially we are seeing the top information here. I know I'm saying this a lot, but crude doesn't go anywhere, guys. With this geopolitical tensions these days, crude doesn't go anywhere. It's just a hiccup here. No sign of breakout or something like this. So this is a corrective rally within this bear trend. So if we get below this pivotal point, somewhere around 76, 75, we should expect 61 to $65 coming for crude, even lower. So that's going to be the first target here, first targeting point. All right, moving on to individual names. Actually, let's call this video here because it takes too much time to analyze individual stocks. And I'm gonna just give you another video analysis for individual names. So stay tuned. This one is coming shortly after this video. Have a great one. See you. Bye-bye.